all this sex for role thing, I know of some popular actresses that passed through that method to attain their level. Now they are complaining about it. I know of even a magistrate. Nobody can force me to say it.
No, we don't
I'm
know.
saying voluntarily. How will you accept to go and sleep with a director because I don't understand?
Like sex for roles.
Sex for roles.
If I say I need to come and warm my bed so that I can give you this role, and you say no, you don't want, go, you don't want, they cannot force you to do that. If somebody introduces anything to you, if you are not interested, say no. But if you want that role, by all means, a lot of bad eggs are in our industry. I have been in the industry for this long. I thank God I can eat 3 square meals. But can I claim to be a rich man by Nigeria standard? No. Up till now, I still charge on my own. When young actors, majority of them, they have managers. It is not as if I don't know you need to be managed, but I am an analog person. First and foremost, I was a rascal. Wherever I walk, I tell you, they always sack me.
The Honest Bunch podcast is brought to you by Reseda, Lemfi, Seymour Global, Declan Wine.
Welcome to the Honest Bunch podcast. Thank you so much for your support. We know say easy, but the fact say una stand for our back, irrespective of the vicissitudes of life, and una they tell us say we'll continue to go. We appreciate una. So thank you so much. We are grateful for your suggestions. We have received tons. People would say, can we discuss? Let us. If we do it like this, we they see all of those, we they appreciate them, and we go try they incorporate them for inside what we they do, so that una go enjoy una self. We appreciate una. God go bless una. Then remember, we are going to the United Kingdom for the Honest Bunch UK tour. We don't tell una say over the Easter holidays, so you don't need to stress yourself. Just come out, have fun. You and your family members. We're coming to Coventry. We're coming to Manchester. We're going to London. In it. So please begin to get ready. I cannot wait to see you. I'm certain that my younger sisters too, my respected younger sisters, can also not wait to see you. Now, it get people where we say they stand for our back, then they give us support, just like una. And this now people where we say, then give us update to share with una. We believe say this update go help una. Reseda, I take go beg you. God no go let you go invest for where you come they cry later. So I beg, if you want invest, just reach out to Reseda. Because you say you come from us, they will give you the very best deals and you no go get any problem whatsoever. So ladies and gentlemen, I would like to make a toast, yes, to my sisters as I introduce them. Let me begin first by the extreme left, my Aburo Gongon, the last born of the Honest Bunch podcast, the Gen Z body when get home training. And it took Boros Simon Mirelenu, the beautiful, delectable, drop dead gorgeous, ebony skinned, hazel eyes, Deity Cole!
Hi, babies. Salam alaikum.
Fear catch me. I thought you would not put the salam alaikum. Where?
I have to, pamper them
balance
first.
it, yes, pamper them. Ladies and gentlemen, because of this, my respected younger sister, I'm going to speak French.
Creme de la creme.
Yes, I'm going to speak French. I'm going to start first by saying, je comprends. Ladies and gentlemen, Achalugo. Wanyoma.
Stop. Please.
Adaite1. www.asakbokoto.com. Egovid no one 60 feet content on the IC. We want light has come. And by the special grace of God, incoming. Number 1 of Abia State.
I beg you.
By the special grace of allegedly. Allegedly. See the Porsche, see the mama. He's so quiet.
Please.
Let me pop for you, my sister. Get a glass. Yes. Get a glass. Yes. So the Honest Bunch UK tour.
Thank you very much.
Tell me when
My
to
baby's
stop.
in the UK. okay.
Uh-huh.
I'm coming. It's okay.
It's okay. Yes, no problem. I will extend the same reception to Deity Cole very soon.
Very
Let me just put this down. Ladies and gentlemen, yours truly, Ezugu Chukudi, aka Husband Material. Now, our guest, no be person where they waka anyhow. And it is such great honor to play host to him. He belongs to an elite class of Nigerian actors that have seen it all. Vini, Vidi, Visi. He came, he saw, he conquered. Now from small, now he mean start oh, and this not be person where be say stumble inside the way they do by luck.
Nope.
Now person where be say from when them born am, you go know say this one na born actor, he dey in body, he don't see the industry from when plenty people don't come, don't go, but he still dey. Ladies and gentlemen, royal blood, Baba Gbalagba, Baba Saleh, the one and the only, with over 6 decades of experience, all mobile himself, Prince Babajide Kosoko! You're welcome, Baba.
Welcome, sir.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. It is such great honor to have you. And I know that we can get carried away with the conversation, but I would love to say that, you know, we appreciate your presence. We are grateful for the lives that you have impacted, just portraying various characters on our TV screens, on stage, and just showcasing the talent that God has imbued you with. It is our prayer that God will keep you alive and well in sound health of mind and body
Amen.
to continue to impact lives for so many years to come.
Amen.
God bless you, sir. You're welcome. I think I would just want to start like this for the purpose of clarification. I know the Kosoko family is a very large family, and I would like to ask if Adekunle Gold is related to you.
Yes, he's a son.
Oh, he's a son. Wow. Interesting. And the way when Baba just they move, he just they move. Now wow, Kosoko, well done, sir. Well done.
Thank
so
you.
I'm very certain that is also added information to so many people. So let's begin first by, looking at you and how life was growing up in the 50s in Nigeria.
First and foremost, once again, je m'appelle Prince Babajide Kosoko, because I don't know the language we can't use here. You started by your pidgin English.
Yes, sir.
And I was so much afraid that if that is not the thing we want to talk here,
Wahala for the
now be say small while I go day. But as I can't say, if I like, I go feed
anyone, sir.
Anything where you want to talk.
my Igbo language,
Yes.
or Yoruba language,
Anyone,
or
sir.
Naka Hausa, or Arabic.
Anyone, sir. You are free. You're
So I
welcome.
am happy to be in your midst, and from the takeoff, I can easily see that it's an entertainment program. It's a program that I like to be associated with, apart from being entertaining. Yes, a lot of informations will be revealed here.
Yes, sir.
I'm happy to be with you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank
So let's go to the young Prince Babajide Kosoko and growing up in Lagos Island, in the heart of Lagos Island.
Both Lagos Island and mainland.
Okay.
Yes. I grew up more even in the mainland. Yes. When I was born 12th January 1954 in Lagos, I grew up in Lagos, and at a point, my parents moved to the mainland, where I started schooling. Even my primary school was at Methodist School, Yaba, Sabo Yaba.
Wow.
My secondary school also at Bona College, Yaba, and Yaba College of Technology, where I studied BizAdmin. And my theater practice also started at Ebutebeta.
Interesting.
So I am more of, yes, because I shot to both mainland and island. So I am a true Lagosian.
Yes. Omo Eko Gongon.
Yes.
So let's you start.
Well, you see, at Lagos, I'm sure you know we are exposed to quite a number of activities here and there. I'm a boy, this, that. And of course, when I moved to Ibutimeta also, I was at Methodist school and I was always involved in this entertainment. And usually I will get home and start training other children of my age, like 9, 10 years, how to do this and this, whatever we were taught at school, I bring it to, to start training others too. And unknowingly, there is an uncle, Delito Ibo, one of our tenants at Queen Street, belonged to a theater group, a fellow traveling theater. I never knew, but he saw what I was doing and was so fascinated and decided to put us through one or two things. But fortunately, in their group, a fellow traveling theater, they needed a boy of my age to participate in the production. That was precisely in 1964. And that was my first television appearance. I played the role of Alabi. Alabi, yes, a small boy, but was the lead character in that production.
Wow.
Marco Jola. I played it and it was televised at NTV in Lagos. And so that was the beginning.
Wow.
That was the
Really, it's really very interesting that your first appearance on television was in a major role.
Exactly.
And that was the first time that you were tested and you proved yourself.
Exactly. Well, even though I was not fantastic in my academics, but when it comes to entertainment at school, forget it. They will refer to me.
You said the theater is a mobile theater.
Yes.
And you had parents that you were young and your parents were around. How did they let you move around at that tender age?
He said he 1 year old. 1 year story.
Let me tell you, it wasn't easy. It was a tug of war. There are so many factors to that. First and foremost, I was a rascal. No doubt about it.
As a young boy.
As a kid, from there I was a rascal. My parents always give me different disciplines, for me to change. But then I was so hard somehow, to the extent that even parents in that vicinity would not even want their children to move along with me. Because that is how much I can tell you about my rascality. But even at that, my mother was very aggressive. She was always giving me good beating. In my father's case is that, Jide, you are a royal prince. You can't be entertaining people. You should be entertained. And things like that. Well, there was a that day we went to NTV publish for that performance. In those days, when you are in the studio, immediately you start there. They are watching you at home.
Yes.
Live.
So, live. So that was what happened. And I just dropped at Alagomiji bus stop, was going home. And I said, in those days also, you can watch your television through the windows of any house. Because only, And so as I just dropped from the bus, was moving home, then I saw children of my age and even elderly ones. Jide Atiri, we have seen you, I was so happy. It's like, this is what I've been looking for in my life. So I was moving home like an hero. I thought I was a champion until I got home. I got the best beating of my life. The best beating of my life. They almost killed me that day. I'm not joking. I said, what is all this? But something helped me that day. As they were disciplining me in front of the house, Baba Hubert Ogunde passes through in his own car, and everybody left me and started waving to Ogunde. Ogunde, because their house is stone throw. They live at Noble, we were at Queen Street. And they were saying, Ogunde. Then one uncle, Olu Jacobs, now said, I said, Yinka Jacobs, Joe. Uncle Yinka Jacobs, Jacko. We call him Jacko. And I said, you are beating this boy because he's trying to emulate that man. Now you left him and they started greeting that man. Then they were talking about my age and things like that. So that day, they now gave me condition. Date to go to Uriaza, which was only Saturdays. Monday to Friday, make sure you attend school. There is nothing. Is there anything you see children doing that are not good? You will find me there. We just pack out. We put some of our clothes inside the bag. Put our book. We have our uniform. Get to Row Park. You know Row Park?
Yes.
At casino.
Yes.
At Idebediwa, we'll be playing ball. Forget about school. I don't read at home. Those are the kind of person I was. So, and gradually, they gave me conditions. Okay, you can go to school in the morning, go to your lesson, go to church, go to this, do that. So they gave me timing. And because I didn't want to lose the opportunity of acting, I accepted, and that was how theater changed my life completely.
Wow.
And I started behaving well. In fact, some of the parents that doesn't really want their children to move along with me started using me as example. Can't you see Jide? You go to school regularly. You do that. So thanks to the theater then.
Wow.
And so that was the opportunity I got, and I started doing it.
Wow.
And to God be the glory. Yeah,
interesting. So it's interesting how you have stated that theater changed your life.
Completely.
You admitted that as a young boy, you were a rascal. And it even got to the point where parents will tell their children not to associate themselves with you.
Move with them.
But because of something that you are passionate about, because you said you are not interested in, you did not used to pay attention to your books. But when it comes to, acting, you always gave it your best. Now, before we now look at, how you were able to manage all the conditions that your parents gave to you, I would like for you to just touch on children and their talents and how parents can identify the talents that their children have.
Thank you.
And give them the
Thank
support.
you. I'm happy you are saying it. Things have changed. In those days, parents want their children to be doctors, lawyers, all these engineers. They don't want to look at their talents, creativity they are interested in. They don't. Unlike now, when we see doctors, lawyers, billionaires bringing their children for us to train as an actor, as a performer. You understand, things are changing. Parents are now observing the talents of their children, which is good enough, which is good unlike that time.
Interesting.
So things are changing for good.
Yeah, okay. I know that your kids, like most of your kids are also in the movie industry. So the first time they told you that they wanted to act, or maybe were you the one that pulled them into acting?
Yeah, first and foremost, not most of them. Not just few of them. Just about 5 of them. My children are over a dozen now. So, and about 5 of them are in the industry with me. And I never force anyone. It's only Shola that I tried to persuade because she was not interested. Tried to persuade because I saw her in a particular role of my movie, and I plead with her to do it. And she eventually enjoyed it. And after that one, I didn't call her again. She was the one that fixing herself.
Right.
So I've never forced any one of them. I mean, Temilade is a creative arts graduate of Unilag. Epidemi was theater arts from LASU.
Okay.
And all of them, they have their trainings on their own. I don't force people to do what they don't want to do.
Right. Okay.
So when you decided that you were going to get into acting full time, did it ever feel like this will not be enough for me? I needed also like a job that is a job. Because in Nigeria, when you go for auditions, you can be going for auditions for a whole month and nobody is calling you. So did it feel like a side job, or you just said, okay, I'm going to act even if I'm broke at that time?
I'm in family, say.
You're
So you drag your leg, come out.
The truth is this. When I started student acting, it was fine. You know, I get my money the way I get as a rascal. I take my parents' money. I did job, yeah, but I will still have it. I have my way doing my things like that, because even in the group, they paying us. No, nobody's paying anybody anything. It's the leaders that we just they will give me rice and meat to eat.
So they don't. At that time, they did not used to pay people in the drama troupe.
I was a small child, and what money? I'm not interested in their money. I'm interested in them giving me constant role. You know, so now gradually, eventually, I formed my own group in 1972.
Wow.
In 1972, that was the year I finished secondary school. So now I formed a group, and we started rehearsing at Banuso Inn and Restaurant. That was where Sonia Day was playing every Wednesday. So he was the one that gave us permission to be using the Sonic Hill Club for our rehearsals. And on every Wednesday, my group will perform for him. That is what we do to make small money. Will give us money. Some of the guests will also spray us. I used to be a very good singer then, and acrobatic dancer.
Wow.
I did all that, and they were so happy doing our things. But it wasn't enough, because I was still with my children, my parents. I remembered when we wanted to have the first production, Ojo Animala, in 1972, and we needed money here and there. We needed people to come. I invited quite a number of people. At that time, that is another thing that theater also did. My mother and my father were no longer together as at that time. And
but who were you staying with?
I was staying with my mom.
With your mom,
but
okay.
On the same street. My dad was at number 23. We were at number 44.
How that? What was the experience like?
We'll get to that.
Okay.
So I shuttle the houses. You know, if there is any havoc I want to create again, I will choose which of the places is best for that action. So now, something happened in that 1972. I just finished my secondary school, and I had my own group. I wanted to, I picked my members among my friends, and some few others joined us. And we wanted to have the first performance in December. I now invited the form that was he was then the commissioner, the federal commissioner for works and housing, Femi Okono. I invited him as the chairman of the occasion, because this is where we are at Wakeman Street. His house is there, close. I invited him. Invited my father as a special guest of honor. Invited my mother too, as mother of the day and things like that. I succeeded in getting Coca-Cola to give us posters and some drinks and things like that. My father and mother were sitting side by side, even though they were no longer together. So when the drama was going, you just see them laughing and touching each. Eventually, I reunited. That is another thing that theater did. And though Alhaji Femi Okunu did not come, because a day before, is it a day or 2 days before the event, I went to him to remind him that our event is Saturday. He now said to me that, Jide, I cannot come. He now gave me a reasonable sum of money. This is why I want you even. It's not compulsory you come. I got the money. As I was about to step out, he called me. He said, why is it that you Lagos boys don't want to read? You don't want to go to school. You have finished secondary school. The next thing is you want to be going about with this theater thing or what? I was afraid. Is this man going to collect back his
money?
And he was asking me my plan. I said, I want to face theater. He said, no. Even if you want to do theater, you still need to go. Further. It was the one that encouraged me to go to Yaba College of Tech.
Wow.
That those experience I will never forget. And it wasn't as if I was ready to do what he said, but I didn't want him to collect back
The money.
That was the main
I
concern.
quickly agreed with him and said, yes, I'll go, sir. He said, come back to me if you need funding and things like that.
Wow.
I got it. But even at that, when you knew me long, I was saying, why is this man deceiving? He said, which one? What is my business? But something now happened. The 4th National Festival of Arts and Culture was the same year. And now I went to the Secretariat to tell them that I want to participate in the 4th National Festival of Arts and Culture. They now admitted me. They employed me to work in the catering, not drama, in the catering department as a supervisor in the central stores. And I started having friends at Yaba Tech, and that was what fascinated me. And eventually, I became a student of the same school.
Interesting.
Interesting. Now, so coming to your question, you see, that time I got involved in quite a number of things. I was a member of the Nigerian Youth Thinkers Club.
Nigerian Youth Thinkers Club.
Youth Thinkers Club at Montgomery. Actually, Youth Thinkers is socialist learning coming. What do I say? It's like I would call it a leftist kind of a thing. We propagate socialism. We try as much as possible to associate with the activities of the Soviet Union, the East Germany thing, and all those things. I was called Comrade Jide Kosoko then, and we have the likes of Ebenezer Babatokpe as members of that, and even what's his name? Oladile, the Ajomale, the former chairman of APC in Lagos. And several, Yomi Olusoya, Akpata, several others like that. It was in my presence that majority of them went to join UPN, though I was also a member of the UPN, a secretary of one of the wards, Alagomiji 1. Yes. And eventually, I became the secretary of the Youth Thinkers. We have Dr. Ojo, and there's someone we call Bernard Odulano. He used to be one of the, Osin Momodu.
Osin Momodu.
Osin Momodu Baba. Oh, bless her. I don't think whether I ever say there, I don't know. Those are the Youth Thinkers Club was an affiliate of the Nigerian Workers Union.
Okay.
Where we have Aminu Kanu as a patron of the Youth Thinkers Club. So, something now happened, and Bernardo Dulano, who was then the secretary of the Stevedoring Union or so, Union of Stevedoring or so. The shipping company thing, and he said, Jide, you need to be working so that you can be making money apart from this your theater group thing. And so I agreed with him, and I was employed by Osena Shipping Company, Apapa.
Okay.
In no time, I became a boarding officer, a manifest. I was one of the first set of boarding officers that always bring Marlboro, Kent cigarette, and all those things from on board ship.
Wow.
That was my first I work with Trader Marine, but wherever I work, I tell you, they always sack me because the theater is taking too much time. Even though wherever I work, I still try as much as possible to live up to
expectations.
Because they will want to see me. I will have impressed them with my fast knowledge or something, and eventually I will disappoint them one way, or they will sack me eventually, until gradually I became the general manager of Steve Industries at Papa. I worked there for some years, but that was when I said, let me go and face this film thing. I resigned voluntarily there and faced my career as an actor. So I think I must have answered you.
But when you faced your career as an actor, did you have it all rosy? Didn't you have challenges of, okay, now, I mean, were you acting back to back like every day and making money that was enough for your family? Were you married? Did you have kids at the time? Was the money enough?
Which money? The one I was getting from
you had left where you worked.
Of course.
Your 9 to 5.
It was enough.
The acting
In fact,
work.
I bought my acting.
I said when you retired from the shipping company and everything.
When I left Steve Industries, I was already a transporter.
So you had the business.
So I have some things that brings money.
Okay.
Already. Oh yeah, go here.
So you're supposed to understand. So I mean, there are so many young people who want to, make a mark in this industry, and many of them don't have this knowledge. Like for you now, you had something else going for yourself. You were making money.
I needed the money so that, because most members of my group, they don't make money anywhere, and it wasn't as if we were making good money like that with the group. So it is like the one providing money to sustain them. And just like that, we went on like that because the group was not a full-time thing. Even at a point, the Awada Kerika, that is Ojola Dipo Theater, Bello, Baba, Mero, and all that, now came to the same base with us. They joined us. What I mean is, they were rehearsing in the morning and we rehearse in the evening. Their own became a full-time business before ours. So they were facing it. And I understudied them too. I realized to face it, you need to get Bolekaja, that lorry. That is what you need to move around, do one thing or the other, which I also did. That was the beginning of transportation. I bought one and I have to now buy small downfall to join in that action.
So you explained that you were inspired to go to further your education by Baba Femi Okunu. But I'm curious why you chose business administration as against maybe film studies, theater arts.
But who are available here? They don't do theater arts at Yabatek.
Not just maybe Yabatek, maybe any other.
But never mind. I later studied performing arts at Olabisi Onabanjo University. So I was already Jide Kosoko fully.
Interesting.
That is, if you want to know if I have formal education in this thing,
Okay.
yes, I did.
Okay.
Did you go for, what was the reason you had? I mean, you were already, like you said, you were already Jide Kosoko. Why did you decide to go and do performing art or creative for
honestly,
validation? Or what?
honestly, at that time, I had wanted to use it to encourage some youths who are members of our association. I was the president of my association then, and I wanted to tell them that age should not be a barrier for education. You can still do it, and I went with some of them.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
How old were you then?
I'm talking of just 2000 and was it 2010 or 2013?
Wow. Really inspiring. Really very inspiring. So,
Just to encourage the young ones, and they did it.
interesting.
And even now, Latin, the new president of Tampan, is doing similar thing, taking people out to forget about, go and you can still do it. Because you still need it, no matter what you think you are at the moment.
Very true. So I would just want you to maybe detail your experience as an actor at the time. Because I know now times have changed, production is a lot more, and I say this with all sense of modesty. It's not like I'm saying the people who are practitioners in this business don't put in a lot of work, but it's a lot more easier now. I mean, I remember, there was a time we had a conversation with Kanayo, and he explained that the lighting
That
they used to use at the time was so hot that, so we would like some of your experience from the beginning so that people who look at the industry now can better appreciate the efforts that people like you put in so many years ago.
Yes, first and foremost, like I said earlier, we were not really making that money.
Okay.
It was just passion. In fact, we never knew we were building an industry.
Wow.
At that stage. It was like getting ourselves to just like club, group.
Social.
Then gradually in fact, my own place was a base where we have quite a number of other popular artists then, now, that were with me. In fact, I became so popular that as a director, an actor, that if you don't have me in your production, then you seem not to have any production.
Wow.
Because the marketers will ask Jide Kosoko, who directed this? Jide Kosoko. You understand? So I became a champion. But even at that time, we were not making that money.
Okay.
And the struggle was much. Even then, Chico Ejiro was with me. Late Chico Ejiro? He's not with us. You know Chico Ejiro?
Yes, yes.
Yes, he was with me. He used to carry wire and light. This light you are talking about, Chico Ejiro will hold it. And the thing will be hot. But yet, he continued to. And then, he became a prolific director before he died.
Wow.
Okay.
So that means in fact, at a point, a lot of them were living in my house. Because it is not because they don't have their own houses, but because they want us to be together, the way we do our things together, especially when we were, anytime we are trying to go into production. We sit together. The way we write our scripts then is not like now. You just bring a topic and we'll sit down and be discussing. Why not start like this? Let it be. Then before you know it, we write it out, and we are not even writing lines.
Dialogue.
We just give you
situations,
and that's it.
Speaking about scripts writing,
And by the time we are writing that situation, we already know who should play what.
Casting is going on.
The casting is done there. Even from your contribution during the script conference, so to say.
The script conference.
We know you play it. It's your turn. And in our own case, it's total theater. It's what I mean is you must know everything. Must be an actor,
All-round performer.
performer, director, that you must study everything together. And that is why you see that not fewer than 70% of celluloid films produced in this country, Jide Kosoko is involved, either as a director, a production manager, a coordinator, an actor, or even continuity.
Wow.
So it is like we have that training. The orientation was strong, very strong. And then, like I said, passion was like 70%. Unlike now, the profit, the money is 90%. Passion is secondary. And that is why you still see it reflects in the performances of actors. You can easily see it. This one, he's just making money. It's not improving. We know this one, see, fantastic. See the interpretation of that role. This is fantastic. You see, even now, we know who are actors who are just here. Some of them are just to make money and go.
I actually wanted to ask you earlier that speaking about script writing, I wanted to compare the script writing then and now, but you already explained it that you know. But as the president or as the OG in this game, don't you call them out like, oh, this script is watery or is not solid?
You can call, of course we do. There are people we still try to shape up. There are a lot of them there that we train out, become teachers too, training people. But you see, when you are doing all that, you've got to be very careful in this time of social media. You want to call them out before you know it, they're already calling you out. So whoever comes to you for advice,
right,
you give.
Interesting.
You don't give unsolicited.
It's difficult, very difficult.
It's interesting.
You know, you mentioned earlier, sir, that people were doing stuff for passion, so they didn't care about the money. They were just doing it. And I think it played out as the industry progressed. Don't you think that producers, heads of productions, would now, because of the fact that people want to do it for passion, they now take advantage of people and say, oh, we are not even supposed to. We are giving you platform. It's platform now. Because see this, if you want money, if it's money that you want, then you go away. You are not serious. There's somebody that is ready to do it without money. Then they take all the money that they make. Most times they make money and they take it, put it in their pockets. And
let me tell you this. Don't go too far, my dear. When we started realizing that what we are building is an industry, and we had quite a number of marketers. Our distributors, we call them marketers then. And some of them are just like you said. They are not willing to give money to actors to partake in whatever production they are financing. So otherwise, we just give them. And eventually we started detecting who are real film people among them. Being a distributor doesn't mean you should not have passion for the job you are doing too. Because that is the only way for you to contribute to the progress of that industry. Now, we started checking and look at it today. I don't want to start mentioning them. I don't want to patronize anybody here. Some of those people, some of the marketers, the distributors that did well are still around now, benefiting from the industry. And some of those that just think, let me just make money. I don't need you as an actor. Somebody else can do this and take small money from me and things like that. Where are they? They are no more part of the industry. So passion, whichever endeavor of life you find yourself, you must love what you are doing. Even if you are not, if originally you don't plan to be in the entertainment industry. For God's sake, if you eventually find yourself here, try and do it well. You must try and love it. If you don't want to be a carpenter and eventually you find yourself there, try and love that job. It may eventually be
A saving grace.
saving grace.
Interesting. So you mentioned tampan, and I would like to tie this to a question that Tone asked. There are unions, but it would appear like there are different industries within the industry. We have heard of Yoruba Wood,
Kallywood.
Asaba Wood, Nollywood.
I'm yet to hear Yoruba Wood because I know that I fought against that
Yes, I remember
several
that.
locations.
Okay,
And what you have mentioned is still the major problem we are having.
good.
Our industry is not structured. We don't have a regulatory body.
In the industry, we have the
That's scary.
National Film and Video Censors Board.
That is government agency
Okay.
meant to classify. Classification is their main business.
Not
Yes.
regulation.
Yes, they have some regulation that has to do with government's thing. But we actually need an industry regulatory body that will build on the ethics of the profession, that will determine who is eligible to be an actor. A body that will be formed with all the necessary guilds. It is funny, in Nigeria now you can come out and start producing or start acting without belonging to any guild. It's not right. But we made that mistake. Like I said, we started with the passion. And when we were enjoying it, we want people to come without checking who is coming. You understand? So we left it unguided. And this is what they have inherited. And that is why it is so difficult now for us to come together. But never mind, I think they are working on that now, and I hope it works. We cannot be until the industry is properly regulated, structured.
Right.
Then we are still in problem. Because if it is regulated, even your script, banks will be interested because they know you have been guided by some rules, laws. You cannot afford to misbehave because they will report you to your council through your guild.
Yeah.
And they can discipline you. It is only that regulatory body that can say, you will not act for the next 5 years for doing this, for misbehaving, for not respecting the director, for not going on set on time and things like that. We still don't have that.
But
Ezinne, don't be angry.
Okay.
Government agency cannot do that for us. There are some rules. They can only work on their own enabling laws, which has little or nothing to do with our own practice. The practice, we still have a long way to go. Forget about it. We are growing our unload DNA.
Okay.
But then we will not go by God's grace until we see them doing it right.
True. No,
Yeah.
Ezinne, don't be angry. I would allow you ask that question, but I just wanted to do a follow-up. Talking about guilds and, regulation. I remember, I hope I'm not making any mistake. I remember at a point in the industry where some A-list actors were suspended. I don't know if
For their fee. I think
that
their
they were
fee,
charging exorbitant fees.
I think they were charging
And they were suspended.
800,000 at that time.
Who were the people that suspended them that time? If you don't have influential people,
That takes people.
Yes.
that time.
It was still not a regulatory body. They succeeded in suspending them because of the support of the distribution distributing companies.
Okay.
Some of the Igbo marketers came together and said, this man did this to me. Oh, he didn't finish my work. Oh, this one, this. And so they said, don't use them in your work. So they suspended them participating in productions that they finance.
Okay.
Not from every other
So
person.
you cannot say they cannot suspend them absolutely from the industry. But by extension, yes. Because if you are not going, OJ's is not going to take my film because I use Jide Kosoko. Why will I use Jide Kosoko? So that was how it worked then. But you see, now we have the framework. I mean, the distribution network is now expanded. I can decide to bring my own thing out and still get a platform to sell it on my own. I don't need an intermediary. You don't get what I am saying?
Yes.
So we need a regulatory body. By all means. We need a regulatory body, and if you are coming into the industry, like I used to say, whatever talent you have, whatever talent, someone still need to take you through the rudiments of the profession.
Whatever talent you have.
Whatever talent you have. Hey, so many people, you see them in their compound, making people laugh in their house, in their compound. Does that make that person an actor? He's a jester. You understand? To become an actor, somebody will have to say, okay, yes, you can still get it done like this. You can do like this. You need it. But whatever talent you have. Otherwise, you won't go too far.
So there must be mentorship.
Yes, somehow. It could be mentorship. It could be by training. Mentorship mentorship. It could be by school. It could be by belonging to a group, a studio. What you are doing here is part of training.
Right.
Whether you like it or not. Some of them, maybe this is their first magazine program that they are participating in. I'm just saying, as not you, I'm just saying.
I understand.
And whatever happens, even no matter how important or famous or the truth is that they are gaining something here.
True.
Right.
Whether you like it or not. True. And if you say they are not gaining anything, then they are not interested in what they are doing. You don't get what I'm saying.
I understand.
So the mentorship comes in different forms. It's not necessary you sit her or him down and be using shock to talk. That's not it. Emulating you alone. When you started this program, your voice was very up. Initially, I was thinking to myself, why is he making this noise? Does he need to make that noise? That is me. I have thought of all that within me. But at the point I said, wait a minute. I think it's a gimmick. Those are the things I was thinking. It's a gimmick. By that voice up there, whoever is around will wait to first say, what kilo shele? It's just like any movie. When you see some people write stupid scripts, because the training is not there. Any script that cannot sit your audience down in the next 5, 7, 10 minutes is no script. When you start, it is always like a good script. It's like you start, unlike when we started.
You could build.
We will build until we now reveal at the end. Kocheche. Now, when you start, from the beginning of the script, you are holding something. You will release it, say, in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But as you are releasing it, you are holding something else.
Right.
Which you will release in another 10 minutes. Before they know you are holding something else. So you will hold them to the end of the production. You understand?
Yes, sir.
That is my own understanding of a good script. She might come from a different angle. But before I say that, I'm talking from experience.
Yes.
You know, I mean, you said you've said a lot, and I would like to go a little back to when you mentioned about there's a lot. There's a lot he has said, and I've lost my train of thought.
Okay.
But I think I have it now. I wanted to ask, since, you said that we need regulatory bodies, people that will hold, people accountable for stuff that they've done. But don't you think that if it could not be achieved at that time, that the platforms through which to showcase whatever you're doing was a little slim, it was slimmer? Don't you think the challenge is even bigger now that people can just use their phone and shoot 20 minutes?
I have said that.
And put on YouTube and stuff.
I have said that. Then we made the mistake of not allowing it to happen. Does not mean it won't happen now.
No.
It will happen because one way or the other, you will be affected by the unprofessional attitude of a colleague. So you have it in mind, the being we have, it will happen to her.
Mm-hmm.
Someone will have it against you too. And gradually, you see, we need to check ourselves. We need, you can't go to Britain or America now and start acting without belonging to their special guild involved that has to do with what you want to go and do there. You cannot.
Because
and by joining, will even help whatever you want to do. So why wouldn't you like to join? In Nigeria now, do you know that apart from national, maybe the Film Censors Board or the Nigerian Film Corporation that might hold them responsible, as an industry, do you know anybody can just come into the country and start shooting without any disturbance? We should not be. And at last, maybe Censors Board will say, no, you've got to see. It is not about the money alone. It's about the participation of the professionals you met on ground.
The participation of the professionals you met on ground.
And it's important. You cannot come to our country with over 50% of your crew. Why? When we have here. Work with our crew. You can bring your specialists, if you so call them so. But we have enough hands to work with you. You want a broadcaster? We have.
Nice.
So you just have to look inwards to get some professionals that will help to narrate whatever you want to do.
But talking about looking inwards, there's a popular Yoruba saying that kokoro ti ń jẹ̀fọ́.
Ìdí ẹ̀ follower.
Abẹ́ follower.
Ìdí.
Àtàbẹ́ àti ìdí.
Àtàbẹ́ àti
ìdí. Òun sáfù àti lo ọ̀rọ̀ ìdí. Ìwọ ò máa láti lo ìdí.
So what I'm saying is, the direct translation is the thing when they spoil something.
They
inside
and the only thing when they spoil them, be say we never talk with one voice yet.
But why you never talk with one voice? I will give one example. When he reached to collect something, all of una they get one voice. Because I remember that under the government of Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, his government wanted to, I think, support the film industry. Then we see plenty people for a hotel. All of them, they saw Ashwebi, then they come together. Why he be said that when to collect money, they go get one voice. But to do the thing, the voice go come different.
And even the money that people collect is still a division.
The money cause problem.
It will. Because as much as I respect Ebele Jonathan's and his administration good intention to help the industry, it was more of individual things.
Well, it wasn't even as a collective or a group.
If you say group, maybe few people just, you go. You understand what I am saying? It is not as if it was more of individual thing. There was a particular committee put in place. I was a member of that committee. by Mama, this Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, when she was a minister.
Yes, coordinating minister of the economy.
Coordinating minister of the economy, and arrangements was made. That was during Jonathan's time.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so amount of money should go into the industry. We did not agree. Some of us did not agree with them on how the money will be
disbursed.
What platform? What are the things necessary? So it was now based on individuals writing application. Individual, if you are successful, you get 20 million. You get 5 million. You get several others did not get. Those are individual things.
So, but does it not mean that you people are the problem?
We are. Oh God, I said we are the problem ourselves. Unless we get to understand that there is need to come together as one and ensure we apply all the necessary ethics of our profession. If you are an actor, act well. If you are a producer, produce well. Every guild will be under check. Every guild will check their members' activities. Are they doing it right? The council, the body, the regulatory body will formulate insurance policies. They will formulate all these all the medical attention at locations. Some individual producers do it now, but it should be
a standard,
a compulsory thing. That's when you see that. Okay, take for example, you want to shoot a boat thing. You are not looking at the boat mishaps, accidents. You are not bringing enough people that can dive in case there are things. You are not getting
life jackets.
You are not getting life jacket. You are not getting even a pilot's boat that will not be shot, but will be going and monitoring.
That's
and get so many things we lack. And of course, now that you see, when we have a regulatory body, quite a number of things will be revealed. A good actor should be able to swim. No, I'm not saying you can swim that very big ocean. That's not what I'm. But at least
the basics.
I'm telling you, you cannot ride a bicycle and say you're an actor. You cannot drive a car. You say you're an actor. You can. What kind of an actor are you? So does that mean you did not write script? It is them that will now be training you to be, you are going to drive from here to there. Oh, no. Or you'll be giving the production the problem of looking for a double.
Dummy.
No. There are some things you should be able to do. Even if somebody is going to do the stunt for you, you will say move, okay, I am moving it. Just like myself, I was asked to come and ride horse at this my location. I tried my best as a producer to tell them to change it.
To rework the scene.
And the director was so stubborn. I said, no, it is you. You have to come with the three of them, the three Islamic chiefs, that will come to the king on their horses. I said, okay, that's good. Can you do me a favor? Let's shoot this tomorrow. The cost is on me as a producer, fine. Because most things they have gotten, the horses, that means you get them again. I said, but that's the best thing, so that I can quickly learn. So I use that day to see how I can ride the horse.
Wow. Method actor.
But you see, those are small things we need to know as actors. When you are not on location, find time to study some other thing. Get prepared for challenges. That's the way I see it.
Good.
That's interesting.
You have not. Okay, isn't it?
I mean, if what you want to say is in line with
I want to still talk about Yoruba. Sorry, I know you have said nobody has said Yoruba.
I have just told you that I don't even, we have Nollywood and we have Kannywood now.
There's Asabawood too.
With the
no,
Asabawood.
they say there's nothing like Asabawood.
Who said so?
They said they should not call everything is Nollywood.
There are some people that wanted to do Yorubawood. I say it will not happen while I am still alive. Some people are using it as a title for their program. That's their own. But how many wood do they have in America? If you ask me, I will tell you that we are still relatively new in the industry.
We are new after all these years.
How many years? Do you know when they started?
That's true.
What are you talking about? The first commercially successful movie in this country is Ajani Ogun, and that was 1976. What is not new in 1976? Is that not 1976 that I'm
Over
saying?
there.
76 long.
That is what I'm saying now.
That's like over 50 years now.
I'm not saying, you see, we should have moved beyond this level, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying this is the right stage we should be. But if we just, how many years, 50, 60 years, it's still relatively young in the industry. There's things we don't know. And our successive government has not been helping. With their participation, you see, like we have different views, different opinions. I don't subscribe to government giving us money for production. That's not it. What for?
Why not?
Why for? You need something more important than that. Government should give us policies that will give us that enabling environment. And if we are fortunate to have a regulatory body now, good script can bring out money for you to produce. Government should support us in some other areas. Policies. Look at piracy, for example. The punishment that is in that copyright law for people that pirate your job is still not strong enough as far as I'm concerned. It should not be somebody who has been pirating people's work for years. Yeah, he's a billionaire. So how much do you want to fine him? Fine him 500 million, he will just bring it out of what he has stolen. But if you attach sentence that you spend 20 years, oh boy, 20 years, and no option of fine. Then, if you want to delve into it, you look at it. I agree we cannot eradicate piracy completely. It's not possible. But at least we can curb it to some extent, to a large extent. And that is what I'm talking about. I don't know if I'm making sense here.
Yes, you are. You are.
Sir, I really need you to speak to the disparity between the actors and the crew members. I'm an actor and I see crew members putting so much work. In fact, you might be acting on a particular set and you have like just 10 scenes. And if they're shooting 40 scenes in that day or 20 scenes in that day, the DOP is standing all through all the scenes. The sound guy is standing, the gaffer is hanging around somewhere, but the actor has time to go and rest a little bit and come back, But the crew members are the ones that are talked to anyhow. The crew members are the ones that people assume that should not really have good pay, but the actors, and that's why most people, they'd rather be actors, actresses, actors. I mean, you can't do it.
Forget that thing.
So I'm just asking you to speak to it.
Forget that thing. It depends, you see, if you're reader in Zilangbe.
Now where your head carry you go.
That is where you are. And where you are, don't make mistake. Some technical crews are now making more money than even the highest paid actor. So, depending on how your negotiation. But these are still individual things. That is the more reason why we need a regulatory body, a functioning regulatory body. Not, yes, they do have some give now, but how effective are these their gates? All those sacrifices they are making, you have not even finalized it. That is why you are an actor. You are a talent. They are the filmmakers.
Right.
You don't know? They are the filmmakers.
Right.
The technical crew are the filmmakers. We are just talents, actors. So, if only they can come together properly, more properly,
Collaborate.
and decide their fees. That's their own business. But it pays me that they don't charge much because I'm a part producing.
That's part of what we're talking about.
But if they know, their body should be very strong. I have even forgotten all these names. There was a time that a director of photography in a movie in America was paid higher than the lead actor.
Wow.
Yes. It all depends on your negotiation. And it all depends on the name you have created for yourself, your professional input, what people have seen. Some of our crews now, our technical
crew members,
especially those ones in the shooting cinemas, they are moving.
Yes.
They are gradually moving.
Yes.
And they are receiving their pays. They are receiving their pays. The art director who did this, got almost 60 million from me.
Interesting.
That's the truth. Though, yes, he bought the part of what we use.
Wow.
Too.
But people knows their job now. And they don't joke about it.
True.
They don't joke about it. This is a situation where if you're a good director, you will not see a fantastic director taking less than 10 million. I'm not talking of our YouTube film. Komaro pay anymore. So it's not as if
Wow.
you want to shoot a YouTube and then you are, how much is the total budget for the production? That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm trying to say is this: even at that their pay on that too could be improved.
Yeah.
But it's a graduate thing. It's example. It is an example. We are in it together. The crew members, some of them are producers too.
So one jembe.
So they can go draw so you come.
Benny.
Right. You gotta be smart.
Instead of you to phase one. Some, I'm not saying all.
Yes.
Some of them are equally producers. I was surprised when one of the cameraman that used to take our small jobs. And I say, Daddy, please, I want to shoot my own film.
From small jobs to shooting his own movie.
It's no movie. But how much is he? Can I assist me, sir? If at 71 plus you still want me to be assisting, then you are not my friend. Let me choose who to assist. Then I must have good reason for wanting to assist that person.
True. Very true.
So, okay, so what are your thoughts on the growth of streaming platforms in Nigerian cinema?
It's quite unfortunate that we missed Netflix.
No, it's unfortunate.
It's unfortunate as far as I'm concerned. But it may eventually turn out
To be a blessing.
I want to tell you this. Why are we not having a platform?
That is Nigerian-owned.
Nigerian-owned platform. Strong enough to cater to take our jobs everywhere. one standard platform, all of us, all the producers cannot service it.
Yeah.
We cannot finish. I mean, it's enough to service whatever we are producing. And it will be noted as a Nigerian platform. And all those people that knows our worth will stay glue. And it will go all over the world. It is not only Nigerians that watch Nigerian films.
True.
Business.
We are the champion in Africa.
Yes, period.
Yes.
And nobody consently saw it. We are the champion in Africa. I can boast that we have fantastic actors here. And I can also tell you that our technical crews are not doing badly. There are some unserious ones, just like we have unserious actors too. Some actors don't believe that. In fact, they don't research. They just get a script. They may not even remember the day of the script. Sholani, I will be there.
There are people who do that.
What are you saying? And they have given them script for ages. No research. You are not going through the script. You are not investigating how you can best narrate that script to the best of the originator's satisfaction. How? I said, is that a serious actor?
Maybe because, okay.
Even me, as old as I am, you give me a script, I must find time to read and read and read and read and read over again. Any one of them, look at him, any one of them around, even if I'm so tired, start reading.
Wow.
Audio book.
Start reading. Is that not correct? They will start reading, and when I catch anything of interest, one in Mashiwiri, Amy, madman. What kind of madman? Go on reading. I realize it's Alakada madman. Okay. Then I will start looking for the Alakada madman I can see around. Study his style.
Wow.
Apply my own to be different from him. And so be it. And I will do it. And I'm not afraid of any role. Except roles that I don't want to do for one reason or the other. Which has to do with the caliber of producer, the level that I mean, so many reasons. I may say, okay, I don't want to do this.
Okay.
You said time to study, that actors don't put in time to study. And I think that because of money is not enough. Most actors, they take jobs back to back to back to back. So they don't find time to rest in between. So this person is probably coming from this set and going into another set the next day.
Those are the things that the regulatory body will correct. You cannot be on two sets at the same time. You see, let me tell you this truth. When we started, during the era of celluloid movies, we don't have two locations. I know things have changed. What we do then is, okay, Baba Gunde is producing his film. Whoever, all those he invites, will go there. You are not planning another location until that one is completed. Yes, you may consider what we take them as small if you compare it now. But myself and my group, at times, they raised me high, and I used to take as much as 30,000. Naira for me, myself and my group. You know what that means?
Wait, too.
Good money.
30,000 naira.
Good money.
In the 1970s, 1960s.
Oh, Modume, I have received 1,000 naira as actor now. 750 naira, I have received it as actor. That was then.
Yes.
But the money we are talking about is huge if you compare it to what is happening now.
Yes.
You don't understand what I'm saying.
I understand.
So this is the more reason why that regulatory body is necessary. They will ensure that an actor is not
overworked.
Is not on two
sets at the same time.
At the same time, it's not possible. I've seen locations that an actor will say, "Daddy, I just told it, I'm waiting here because of you. Let's quickly do that thing because I'm supposed to go to one and come back. We all do it. Don't let me exclude myself. We all do it. And it is not because the money we are being paid is not enough. I'm not saying it's not part of it. But it is because we lack discipline. We lack discipline. Nobody's checking us. Have you not seen actors jettisoning a set? And just like that. And they will not finish that job.
Yes.
After collecting money.
After collecting money, yes, they must have offended him. They must have derailed
From the
in the agreement.
in the agreement. But you see, to me, this production, this film, is a specialized thing. It takes two to tangle. It's not a thing you can just stay and finish by yourself without working with somebody else. And that is what makes us different from musicians. If the moment you see the video, whether you may not ask for any of his band boys, he can decide to use any band board, or even now he can do with this new technology.
They just play the sound.
Play the sound and do everything he wants to do with it. Can we do that as an actor when you are not a stand-up comedian? And as an actor, you must work with somebody. So the interest of your fellow actor must always be in your mind. If you jettison the location, I'm left with just going also.
Because I have scenes with you.
Because I have scenes with you. And by so doing, that producer may not finish that job and he may not be able to finish for life.
Kai.
But give and take. Tababonilewi, abalijowi, interpret it to a far.
If we talk to the person when the host, the person when get house talk, we go follow visitor.
Okay.
So everybody must collect.
Budgeting. It takes us to budgeting. Some producers, I'm sorry, I don't want to use the word, but I will use it as small producers. They don't take good care or don't do appropriate budgeting. Of course, you cannot be perfect. Budgeting can fail, But in most cases, some of the young producers knows for sure that what they have is not good enough to finish that production. And they will still risk it that when you get to the we will cross it. Cross what? Something unplanned for. Then they will get to the location and a producer, actors don't want to hear Kosoko. How will you invite me as an actor? And
now start explaining that you have to issue.
I have studied the script. I have seen my role. I am thinking of the kind of costume I'm going to put on. I am looking at this table that you set, how beautiful it should be. That you said I'm a rich man. The script dictates that on the dining we have various wines, we have assorted foods, and I get the location and I see only one bottle of water. And you are telling me Kosoko is then why did you put it in the script? Are you sure? How are you sure that it is not because of that thing that I'm participating? Not necessarily that I want to eat your food,
yes,
but because I see it as something that will bring a good picture. I don't know if you are getting.
We are following you, sir. We are following you. So I would want us to talk about work-life balance, because having spent over 6 decades in this business and family and all, it will be interesting to know how you dealt with it. But before that, I also want to follow up with a question my sister asked about disparity. It appears like in the industry, men are not as successful financially as women.
You better don't go into that. That's a different ball game.
Okay, but
we're there already, sir.
Open our eyes, sir. Because every other day you see a blog.
I will not open
our eyes,
my mouth, and talk like basket mouth. Yeah, they know themselves. And they are different from each other also. So that's why you cannot generalize whatever you want to say in that direction.
Okay.
There are ladies and there are ladies. And that's why I said, in this our industry, discipline is key. Let's leave every other thing like that.
Okay.
No, sorry, sir. We'll leave it.
I won't go further.
No, okay. I don't want you to go further.
Can I?
No,
Okay.
don't be angry. I don't want you to go further. I want you to leave it there. But let me now pick it from that place that you have left it. And I will still give it to you again. And you know, you said there are ladies and there are ladies. And this is why I want to say this.
And I finally said discipline is
Key.
Is that discipline?
What
That
is
key.
it?
I want to take that key of
What's
discipline now
that
and open the padlock and ask this question, sir. Daddy, there are so many people who look up to people in the industry. Like, for example, there are so many young people who look at you. You work so hard. After all the years you have spent in the industry, you still read your scripts, show up at location, do everything.
pray before going on set.
Pray before going on set.
Because no matter how small, I don't see anything as small role.
Exactly.
I still go to a corner
Exactly.
before going on set. Oh Lord,
Take control.
take control. Let me be able to achieve this and let everybody be happy about
Good.
it.
You even mentioned the example
You
of
did
you
it.
telling the producer to say, please, let me go and even just learn how to comfortably ride a horse
When you want me to ride,
so that I will do it well. And then I want to ask you, you said there are ladies and there are ladies. There are young people who look up to people, whether male or female, and see them with luxury cars, choice apartments, designer clothes.
let me quickly tell you this.
Tell us, Daddy.
Both men and women come from different background. And no matter what you are or where you come from, your upbringing will reflect somehow, even if you are not taking everything. Some aspect of that upbringing will reflect in the way you behave. Some people, after going through quite a lot of things in their life, believe that they need money by all means. If they carry that on their head, they will do anything possible to achieve that objective. You will say you want to blame them. You may not blame them. A lot of people have faced quite a lot of things in their life. When they have an opportunity to showcase, to flaunt
Their wealth.
whatever they can choose to get that wealth, they will not hesitate to do it. I won't say that. That while I said there are ladies and there are ladies, there are some very hardworking ones, dedicated to their choice of business.
Right.
Apart from acting, dedicated and working hard to do some other things that they do. And they succeeded. So that is why I said there are ladies and even women. Are we equal? I have been in the industry for this long. Am I that rich? Am I that rich? Yes, I can tell you that I thank God I can eat 3 square meals. Fine. And I have good children that can take care of me if need be. But can I claim to be a rich man by Nigeria standard? No. No. And there are some younger ones, far younger to me, that are richer than me. It is not all of them that did bad things. And it is not all of them that did good things. So element of luck also matters. And perhaps their direction differs from mine. Their approach to business and even the profession differs from mine. Their discipline, their packaging.
That's the word.
Why some of us are still old school that feel we can just help people and so
Branded.
you'll be surprised that even up till now, I still charge on my own. When young actors, majority of them, they have managers. It is not as if I don't know you need to be managed, but I am an analog person. I believe I should be given opportunity to support whoever I want to support at my own time. No manager should come and tell me, don't do that. You have to wait. Kilo Kutanje. We thank God Almighty to have kept us to this level. That's another aspect. So discipline is key, whatever you are. A lot of bad eggs are in our industry.
Yes.
Take it or leave it. Both male and female. And they came in. Some of them just want the popularity for a purpose different from what some of us might also have. You get it? Imagine Soroju.
Okay.
I have spoken.
That is, you know, you mentioned that discipline is key, right? And we've had situations where maybe young actors or even, young actors come out to complain about being sexually
sexually harassed.
You know, like how do people that you like
What is sexually harassed? I don't understand.
Like sex for roles.
Sex for roles.
If I say I need to come and warm my bed so that I can give you this role, and you say no, you don't want, go, you don't want, they cannot force you to do that. Forget about it. I know some ladies that equally come into the industry with determination that by the time I sleep with this and sleep with that and sleep with that, I will get my name. So all this sex for role thing, I don't do it. I have never done it in my life. I have never done it and I will not do it. But the truth is that when two matured people see themselves, how will you call, as an actress, how will you say somebody will not be in that industry that will love you, even if you don't love that person? You must see somebody that likes you, either as a producer
But it's not on a professional ground. Like, if that's what they're coming for. I mean, this is a professional setting.
Space.
So they
It
shouldn't be able
what
to
you
say
use as
things
a
like
weapon.
that. Yeah.
Nobody is, oh God, I'm not making case
No,
sir.
we're not.
for anybody.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that there is no industry that it doesn't happen.
So how do we curb that?
I will not mention it here, the names. But I know of even a magistrate
Allegedly.
that paved our own way for our own success.
in Nigeria.
Nobody can force me to say it.
No, we don't
I'm
know.
saying voluntarily. You understand? In Nigeria, I took it to that level. Doctors and nurses in God.
No, I should.
They're not the. No, it's a question. If somebody introduces anything to you, if you are not interested, say no. But if you want that role, by all means, and that means you want to dance to his tune. I'm not saying it's right to have introduced that to you. But if he says it one way or the other, and you fall to it, that's your business. How does that concern the whole world? But stop using, I don't even also want to say this. I know of some popular actresses that passed through that method to attain their level. Now they are complaining about it.
Oh, wow.
Maybe they are complaining about it because it wasn't funny going through that. It's just like what you've gone through in your life and you don't want your children
younger people
to go
going
through
through
it
it.
and you're protected.
God,
from it.
continue protecting them. Continue advising the young ones. How will you accept to go and sleep with a director because or a producer because you want a role? Why? Why will you do that? It is because some of them lack that training. It is not easy. The industry is expanded. We have 1,001 people that will take your role if you don't want to take it. But you don't have anyone that can do it the
Like
way
you.
you will do it.
True, that's true.
One, if I am Jide Kosoko. They cannot ask you to come and do Jide Kosoko. You do yourself, not me. You don't understand. So until that discipline, which I say is key,
Right.
it goes everywhere. How much do you trust yourself and your ability to deliver? Yes, you need opportunity. If this producer or this director wants to have fun with you before giving you role, leave that place, go to go and look for another script. Go somewhere else, go everywhere. You will eventually get someone who trusts you and know your worth. That's my own share.
All right. Thank you very much, Daddy. You have really, with wisdom dealt with that issue. Now, let's go to work-life balance. 60 years, 61 in the industry. The truth is, in our society, people who work, whether male or female, are under a lot of pressure. And you're working to make ends meet, to take care of your family. There's also that question of you being present at the time. From your experience, I'm very sure that there are so many people who would like to learn how they can maybe balance their lives in pursuit of a career or a particular profession, and how still to be able to make time for family.
I think element of luck. I told you I have more than a dozen. It is not as if I was that buoyant, while they were growing. The only two remaining, I have all of them graduates. The only two remaining are still in the university. Am I that rich? No. So you see, element of luck comes one way or the other. And most importantly, I don't know if some parents will agree with me. When I give that thank to Almighty God, who has given me the opportunity, the luck, to concentrate on the need, to see the need to train my children. Some people are not like that. So it is just opportunity from God. That, be like a man. Look at your house. Let me tell you, when we go, if you see Bello, Adebayo Salami, if you see some of them, Yinka Quadri, a lot of others, when my children were growing and we have production, and I have not given them money at home to eat or ensure that the home is settled, you can never enjoy me on set. Because the moment I get there, I say, hey, people, my children are at home, they are here to eat. So before we move on, is that you pay me straight away? I am the one that actually, okay, let me not say only me. I am one of those that started payment in advance. Later when we finish this job, I will pay. No, give me the money, I need it now. If you pay me eventually, I will need it to feed my children. But you want my child to die before? If you want me to work, give me the money. I get the money, send somebody home, give their mother, and they start doing something. So it so it goes a long way to now say that there is need for me to thank my children too for their understanding. For their understanding, because I hold them a lot, and it wasn't coming on platter of gold. Their education was not on platter of gold, but they cooperated with me, they understand. And they contributed their own quota by speeding up. I thank them too.
So, I mean, I'm going to go a little deeper. I don't know how you take it, but...
And you said we are rounding up.
Yeah,
Yes.
before
You
we
are
take
not
it
even
home.
talking about, you see my
We
car.
are going to talk
You see
about
my car.
that's
You
the
are
end
not
of it.
asking
That's
which
the
one
end
is
of
a
it.
sugar yeleko.
Sugar
the
Yeleko.
end.
That's the one that we used to wrap
That's
it.
the talk
The
of
Oga
the
Patapata.
moment.
That's
Yes,
what
sir.
we used to take it home.
Yes, sir.
So I
Yes,
wanted to ask you, I mean, you've lived over 6 decades and you've faced challenges in life and
So many.
everything. And you've faced loss and grief. And I'm just asking, how do you pull through the hard times that have come to you, especially when it comes to loss, grief, losing people that are dear to you?
It's the same thing, it's the same way you will feel when something bad happens to you, especially life. That is one of the reasons why I said I thank my children. They stood by me. They said, okay, let me tell you this. Do you know that some polygamous house where you have mothers with different children and a birthday of your own daughter or your own child is tomorrow. And fortunately, we did it elaborately. People came, we satisfied, we invited people and enjoyed. And it comes to our own daughter or child. And I was not buoyant, Nothing. My children and their mothers understands that with me. If it is your birthday and I have money, I will do it. If your own come without money, that's your fate.
It's a matter of luck.
It is matter of luck with me. And but you must have shown to them that you love them all.
All right.
You must have given them that love by way of other things. And so when it is not coming at that material time, they will easily understand that Daddy Olola, another one will even tell you that Daddy, anytime you get money, you still need to buy me something for my birthday. By God's grace, remind me. And when the money comes, he reminds me. Why not? Okay, this is what you ought to have gotten for your birthday. Take. But don't tell me that because I bought something for your Iyale son, I must come and buy for your son. You lose it. I won't buy. That's not the way I operate.
So you still have not answered my question of how you dealt with
I have
loss.
told you now, it's the same way you will feel. When you lose something, you lose, they die in different circumstances. I lost 3 wives.
Wow.
Yes, I'm still with one, by God's grace. And I hope I will not lose her by God's grace.
Man.
I'm sure.
I lost 3 wives in different circumstances. But there is no doubt about it, losing a person, especially your wife, you know what it means. I did not have 4 wives at the same time. Oh. Don't get it wrong, because people are not getting it. Not that I have 4 wives at the same time. I have 2. I lost them. And then I married another 2. I lost 1. So that's the situation. It's not as if I married 4 wives at the same time. And circumstances. I am not supporting polygamy. Not everybody can be this lucky. And why will I even say I am lucky when I even lost 2 wives? But I know it is not the polygamous thing that causes that. Because all my wives cooperated with each other.
Wow.
But the truth is that whatever you have, try as much as possible to show love.
Whatever you have.
At all time. There are some stupid idiots. I call them stupid idiots. they have a wife while they were still growing. It is now when the money comes,
Chai.
they now realize
She's too.
this woman,
She's not in my class.
she's so low to my.
Chai.
And you don't think wise that you should bring her up.
Mm.
And vice versa. Women do it too. This man I married. Maybe the man was Obioma Taylor when you married him, and he was using his small
Sewing machine.
Train you,
to support you. You now feel it's too small. Who is small? Where there is money. Where there is care. Where there is love. Who is small? Who is dirty? Who is not? Who doesn't fit you? Where if you have care, good care, love, and money to take care of that person, you will see that. So when I lost my wives, it was like, what is going on? You start thinking in different dimension. Is it this job that I am doing? Is it? But you see, I was already popular, grown up. So, and I believe so much in what will happen, will happen. I was just like that until I now met a woman older than me, was telling me her experience. How the husband and their 5 children died the same day.
Jesus Christ.
Is that not even worse?
Wow.
Is that not worse? So you see, you use that as a consolation and start saying, well, I thank God. I don't want to lose my child. I don't want to lose any of my child. Anything that will take my child, take me.
Wow. God will keep you and your children.
Amen.
You will enjoy your hard work. Before we go to this very great movie, I want to ask, you belong to a special class of thespians in Nigeria that have dominated English-speaking movies, Yoruba-speaking movies. And the very thought of how outstanding you are in every role that nobody even sees, because there are some people you say, this person, be like say they struggle.
With
make
English,
it kuku stay here.
Yoruba.
Make it just they do the English, make it no try Yoruba, may they do Yoruba, may no try English. But every time you step into any of these, you kill it. Jesse, kill it mean not 3 kilos.
I encourage quite a number of people, even from the Yoruba sector, to do the same thing. And when they tried what I said, it works for them. I don't want to be mentioning names here. Whatever you are doing, first and foremost, is confidence. Confidence. Why will I? English is language. Yoruba is language. Igbo is language. Hausa is language. If I can get someone to take me, to walk on the lines on the language with me on set.
Do it.
But I have done Igbo film. I have done Hausa film. Somebody will tell me my pronunciation may not be that accurate, but the target audience will understand what I am talking about. It's just language. The acting, the drama, the dramatization is the same thing. Look at pantomimic dramatization in every movie. Do they have separate for Igbo or Yoruba or Hausa or English? No. He comes in as an actor. He picks a bottle. He looks at the bottle like this. He reacted and drop it. He's not saying anything.
You're hearing a lot.
But you have seen a lot. You have said it in your own mind.
Yes.
So if he has line, it is going to be just minimal. The actions in movies are more than the lines. And that is why it is called a moving movie.
Interesting. Interesting. So we will talk about Ishugbaye Eleko, but I have one more question about awards. No, I have one more question about awards. You have seen the industry move from different trends, adopt different forms and all. But I want to ask, really and truly, do you consider the people receiving awards as a true reflection of their quality?
How do you mean?
Okay, so
and most of them worth the award that they're receiving.
Yes, like for
it?
example, some people, actor of the year, actor of this, that, and there are even several awards that give.
Let me quickly tell you.
Talk to me, Daddy.
Yes. And I want you to get me right.
Okay.
There is no perfect award anywhere. No perfect award. The winner is in the mind of the judges. If you ask other people out there, they would, I would love. But when you have panel of judges, before they start watching any movie, what they do is check what criterias and give percentage to every aspect of the criteria. So, regardless of which movie they now want to watch, they have that paper. Mannerism will give this. Drama will give this. Technical quality will give this. This will give this. So automatically they all have the papers. When they watch the film, it is easy for them to put the percentage. And they will now compare the notes. If the notes you are giving, if the percentage you are giving a particular actor is more than what others are giving, we compare. If we have 4 and 2 against, so automatically the 4 won it. It doesn't mean that you as a judge agrees with me. It means majority of us in that sitting agrees that he won it. And it may not be the right choice. The reason you picked one particular actor is still there in your mind, and it's in the mind of some other people. No question of love. But you see, quite a number of people also made mistake of when they are fortunate to be a judge. I have seen it because I've sat on different panels before. They will look at actors' acceptability and relevance in public. Judge it with the film they are watching. That, okay, this guy is a popular person. If we give him this award, they will applaud us. So we say, we should not even give that lower person to him. Because if we give him, it's like we are pulling him down. We should rather use encouraging words for the younger one and give it to them so that he can continue to aspire to get there. Quite a number of reasons. And don't rule it out. I have never mentioned any platform now. There are some organizers, they will tell the judges,
They will tell the judges before the decision is made.
They will forget about it. We all know what is going on. So that is why I still strongly believe that giving best actor, best director, best this is not the kind of award meant for Africans.
It's not meant for Africans.
That's not us. That's not us. Only one award.
What's that?
Recognition of. Recognition of.
Yeah.
If they say, you are, so that means on a particular trend, 2-3 people can be recognized. At my age now, do you think anybody will say, Jide, we are giving you best actor? You acted. Show me money.
Tell you whether you smoke Igbo.
Pure best actor. If you give me Evergreen joyfully, if you give me, I'll take. But say, I'm an African man. The way we think is different from those people there. It may chance, I may take a role, and you take a role, and they are now saying, the nominees are, they put your name. I'm the second nominee, Jide Kosoko. How can they compare me and you? Okay. That is an African man for you. That's the kind of governance we have. It's un-African. And that is why we continue to have problems. Wait for my book, Warrior's Lamentation.
Warrior's Lamentation. You heard it here first. Warrior's Lamentation. Wait for the book.
You will get to understand what I am talking about.
Wow.
We need to design our own type of governance. Absolutely. That is not to say what we have, what we borrowed from America is not good. That doesn't say what we borrowed from Britain then was not good. But something is still missing in those things. That thing that is missing must be returned back for us to have our way out. We are not ready for democracy. This democracy. Just like Fela said, it's still demonstration.
Demonstration of grace.
Crazy.
Sorry. I know before we take it home, sir. We've very sorry, sir. I'm share this very soon.
Last question before the last question.
So, speaking of democracy, I noticed something that I want to delve into politics a bit. I noticed something that politicians do when it's time for them to come out to say, oh, vote for me, vote for this. They are always going to the Nigerian actors, they're always going to the entertainers. And I always see the actors, even big actors, behind them, supporting them.
Like me.
Daddy, I didn't say that.
Yes, I do support.
Oh, you do support them. But how do you,
our actors are entertainers, not human beings.
Yeah.
Are we not Nigerians? Are we not entitled?
Yes, you are.
Are we not entitled to what we like?
Yes,
are we not entitled to say out our mind?
Yes, you are.
Are we not entitled to like one person to the other?
Yes, I am.
What is all this?
But as influential people.
As influential people, we believe
live influential. Take it that I am a Nigerian.
Right.
I am human. I am entitled to my opinion.
True.
And so leave every other thing. Leave me with my own opinion. Keep to your own opinion. But if you allow me to convince you to follow me,
Then that's okay.
then that's okay. It's okay with me. But if you feel you don't want to follow me, follow yourself.
So, but if they follow you and the next day they now come and say, we followed you because we trusted you.
And because it's the way you trusted me that I trusted him.
But Daddy, will you go back to now take you back? Will you come out and be like, I apologize?
But unfortunately, it's quite unfortunately as we are discussing politics, but I will just say that I don't like discussing politics. But you see, let me tell you something. I don't join people's bandwagon. And which is the stupid thing that most people do now. What's up with me, yo, dad? This water, they have told us this water is not good. It's not good, oh. You told me this water is not good. You gave me the perspective from your own perspective why it is not good. And I did not wait to check other angle.
Right.
I was asking you, are you sure? I didn't even conclude with you, but I will now go to her. This water
it's not good.
You now take it to that water.
It's not good. It keeps going wrong.
What are the things that are not good in that water?
I don't know.
Okay.
We are all talking in parables here.
Yes, sir.
cross-check. Sit properly. What do I say?
Sit properly.
Sit properly.
Cross-check.
Go to your house. Get a big hammer. A big hammer. Break one of the walls in your room. Bang, 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 bang. Check the number of the period with which you break it. Few period. Okay. Why did I break? Let me put it back. Check the number of time you will put it back.
So it's easier to destroy
Than to build.
Good. So let's talk about
The major problem of Nigerian successive
governments.
government
Building what has been destroyed.
is not realizing that on daily basis, we are getting more and more
Our population.
our population.
True.
It's a major problem. Otherwise, when you talk about there is no money, there is no food, since when I was young,
There's not been money.
there has
There's
never
not
been
been
money.
That's so
There has
crazy.
never been food.
Oh my God.
That is the truth. There has never been money. Listen to the singers. Listen to the musicians. Then, everywhere, from the time immemorial, there has never been money. Every year we say, things are so hard. Are we not even the one causing ourselves?
So we should say things are easy. Things are in abundance.
Even there is a Yoruba adage. You don't say things are bad. You don't know. Baba oni ọ̀rẹ́ mi ṣe wẹ́ lọ dáadáa. A máa ń dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run. You thank God. Even though maybe you have not even eaten. But things have changed. The social media is not also helping. It's helping in some directions, no doubt about that. I mean, passing of information is faster now, very fast. But we should do it positively.
All right.
I just think or pray that the objective of creating different platforms changes for good.
Amen.
There are people using social media for fantastic things, selling of products, doing different things. This one we are doing is going on the platform, and it's can you see the constructive discussions? Some things that intelligent people can gather from our discussions. But those set of people that will not be interested in this program will not be interested. When you just say, but those who really want to learn will sit.
Thank you very much, Daddy. So let's talk about Esugbayi Eleko.
Esugbayi
Eleko.
Esugbayi Eleko was a king in Lagos. A fantastic Oba. A man who stood with his people to fight the colonial administration. Hands down. He was eventually banished and had two successors. I mean, two people that took after the successors. And eventually won and came back and become king. Even though he did not stay for too long. But the message was strong. The unity of Lagos, no power can withstand the concerted operation of the spirit of Lagos. When people come together, it's always difficult to bend. Even if you succeeded in wounding, you still come back to know that the people matters.
Interesting. We hope that, as many young people who have watched this episode up to this point have learned important life lessons.
When are we expecting the movie?
Yes, we just finished 4 days ago. We just finished the shoot, and it's going through the post-production now. I cannot determine when it will be out until it's a big project film. And I cannot rush to say it will come out so that quite a number of things still need to be put in place.
Yeah, but
Daddy
we're
wants our
expecting
invite.
But this year,
Eh?
certainly.
This year, wow.
Daddy wants our
interesting.
invite, so we can attend the premiere.
Well, the tickets,
No problem.
because it's going to change. My film is going to change the narrative. The tickets is going to be 50,000 flats at cinemas.
To come and
They will ask you to go and watch it in your room.
No, people that will support. So.
Of course.
So, Prince Babajide Kosoko, we are really very grateful for your time.
You don't always put doctor. You don't know.
Oh, sorry. I'm very sorry,
I'm
doctor.
a
Excellent
PhD
customer.
honoris causa.
I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry, Daddy. Dr. Prince Babajide Kosoko, we are really very, very grateful.
Thank you.
Your life is an inspiration.
Thank you.
And we pray that, God will keep you strong
Amen.
to continue to impact the lives of so many people.
Amen.
Speaking specifically for my generation, it was such joy to watch you on our TV screens.
Thank you.
And, you portrayed roles that looking back at so many, or looking at so many other actors, people have tried, but they have not been able to measure up. So God will continue to strengthen you, imbue you with even greater creativity to produce movies that would touch people and teach them. Because this is
Fatiha.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Ar-Rahmanirrahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta alaihim. Ghayril maghdubi alaihim waladdallin.
we are going to London, the Honest Bunch podcast tour.
Yes. And for
Coventry.
all of you that will say, Ezinne, she has been drinking. It's fruit wine, no. I don't want to hear she's drinking. Her eyes are closed. It's fruit wine.
Thank you very much, Daddy. God bless you.
Thank you.